Welcome back, everyone. Today we are focusing on a crucial question. What makes a certified public accountant so indispensable to small business owners? It boils down to three things: education, expertise, and work experience. In most states, achieving a CPA certification requires you to have accounting, business, and tax knowledge at the undergraduate university level to even be able to sit for the examination. And then you need to have work experience under CPAs to attain the licensure. So you got to have that education experience, take the exams, pass all 4 exams. And in my time, it was 18 months window. You had to pass them all. And then you would get your basically approval to get your work experience to become a licensed CPA. And that would require the licensed CPA to sign off on your work experience. At least in Iowa, it was 2 years under a certified public accountant, verified, and you would attain your CPA licensure. These rigorous requirements basically give CPAs a leg up on a lot of the competition out there when it comes to business consulting, accounting, and tax work, just because they have such a broad range of expertise and education, along with the continuing education requirements every 3 years that CPAs have. You have to have 120 hours of continuing education to renew your licensure in Iowa. Typically, CPAs break this out for 40 continuing educations per year. If you're like myself and a partner of a firm, it's likely that you are way over that requirement. I typically average about 100 hours of continuing education a year. A lot of that has to do with me doing different service sectors for our business, such as tax resolution, CFO, advisory, business consulting, and also taxes, and a lot of different types of taxes, such as trust and estate work, business taxes, individual taxes. There's a lot of areas for a partner to gain knowledge in, to structure their services, and then also educate their employees and have them take over that sector of the business. So a lot of CPAs get way more than that 40 hours that is required for us to renew. And all the requirements directly benefit our clients. Attaining this education, attaining the knowledge and the experience, and being held to such a high standard allows us to really devote our time to areas that help our clients, because, why else will we be doing what we're doing every day? Primarily, it's to help you as a small business owner and you as an individual continually to grow your wealth and make you better off, because if our clients can be more prosperous, our firms can be more prosperous as well. So this dedication really puts CPAs at the forefront of business advising, and also the forefront of accounting and tax situations for small business owners. The term accountant is so tied in with certified public accountant, in fact, that many states have decided to regulate the usage of the word accountant to only those who are certified public accountants in that state. Because of the term accountant having such a link to certified public accountants, pay preparers or others who are doing bookkeeping were using the term accountant to market to the public, and in some cases the public was deceived by that advertising, and they thought that they were actually approaching a certified public accountant who had all that knowledge and experience that we just talked about earlier. And as you can imagine, for economic development situations, if somebody is looking at a certified public accountant or an enrolled agent, and they're both using the terms accountant in their advertising, it is more than likely that they will be better served with the certified public accountant than approaching the enrolled agent, because the enrolled agent is not required to have any accounting education to attain that certification. Now, that's not to say enrolled agents do not have accounting knowledge. Some do, but it's just an important distinction on the face that really needs to be made. Certified public accountants are also held to a very high fiduciary-like standard in that they have to do what is in the best interest of the client, but also following the law to a certain extent. This goes so far as if somebody is a certified public accountant in a firm and they're working below a partner who's a certified public accountant and they have a disagreement with them about a client and the work they're doing, they should disengage the work they're doing within the actual firm. I've had to do this a few times in the past due to some disagreements as to some decisions that were being made, perhaps by the partners, that I didn't necessarily think the client was informed well enough, and that it kind of seemed like the firm was making the decision for the client. This occurred typically in audits for the client or in a situation to where the partners really just weren't making the implications of simple things like depreciation and accelerated depreciation like bonus or Section 179, and letting the client make the decision as to whether they want to recognize the tax benefit now or in the future. So as you can imagine, there isn't really any other certification like a certified public accountant certification, in that the sole responsibility lies with the certified public accountant and not necessarily their employer. That's the high level of standard that we are held to and that we apply to our engagements with you. So I hope that helps you make an informed decision. Again, we are here for your growth and success. And I firmly believe that engaging a CPA firm and a CPA is one of the best things that you can do as a small business owner to not only secure your business, but also to secure future growth exponentially. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you can comment below. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks.